Welcome back, Desmond. You'll be happy to hear there's actually good news for once.
Yeah?
I've managed to locate a power source, and it's relatively close by. Up for a trip to Manhattan?
Is it safe to leave? Abstergo's gotta be looking for us.
Obviously it's not safe. Can't exactly sit around here hoping to get lucky though, can we? We need that power source. Besides, I'm sure you can cook up some way to hide our movements.
Maybe. The Templars have access to all kinds of satellites and camera systems. We'll need to find a way to mask our digital signature. I can probably camouflage the van too, but there's not much I can do for us.
That's an easy one.
We need some way to hide our signature, and that's why this stream is sponsored by NordVPN.
Local utility companies have assured the public that they're completely prepared for the upcoming solar maximum. Disruptions to service are expected to be minimal.
If only they knew.
What's this?
A remote
Fidget spinner.
operated camera. It'll provide us with a feed while you're on mission. This will let us talk to each other.
We're almost there, so listen up. The artifact is in an office penthouse in Lower Manhattan. At this time of night, direct infiltration is going to get you noticed. I think we're better off having you drop in from above.
What do you mean above? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yep, read you just fine. Now why don't you power up the camera? I've got pictures. Running diagnostics. Perfect. I've got a nice, strong signal.
Sure didn't look like a nice, strong signal. Anyway, need to not be detected. Easy, just put on the hood. And all of a sudden, nobody will know. Well, I guess we go find this power source thingamabob for the temple. This is what we better do. Time to do some platforming things. Whoa. Are we going this way? I guess so. I'm just going like the one way that I can right now. I assume that it's the intended route. I assume. Whoops. Right? I hope. Surely. Surely this is the way. We don't exactly have a map or anything, but we're playing as Desmond, so I mean, it's, whoa. Yeah, come on, get down. I am holding down right now. How is he interpreting that as up? My goodness. Yeah, the frame rate and everything of the Switch version isn't always the best. Well, I mean, through here?
Seriously, Sean? Fuck you.
My goodness, whale? Wait, can I not climb up here? Okay, there we go. There we go. Now the guy, what? Oh, we are now the guy on the Assassin Simulator. Oh, on the Animus, where he's reliving the lives of his ancestors. Yeah, we're back to Desmond once again. Whoa. Wait, do I have to climb up this? Or something? Whoa. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I assume we go this way. Most likely. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, this totally isn't precarious at all. Can you jump, please, Desmond? There we go, jeez. My goodness. Yeah, totally not scary at all. This is fine. This is fine. This is so fine. This is so many levels of fine. Don't even worry about it. Up we go. So Desmond is an assassin too, makes sense why he can do all these extreme jumps. Well, he did get literally 3 games worth of Ezio training. So, like, he's kind of experienced Ezio's entire life. So, I mean, he kind of has all of Ezio's skills. Like, that was one of the reasons that he was reliving the life of Ezio. Was, like, one, for answers, but two, also so that he could get, like, years worth of training within a few weeks. And a low corn syrup. I'm Desmond, I've burned off of sweat glands, yes. Yeah, Desmond is definitely very, very athletic, it seems. Hope you're doing well today. Hello, hello. Let's do some platforming around. Whoa. Wait, do I go up here? Is that why it's lit up like this? Whoa. This why it's lit up, maybe? I guess so. So where am I going, though? Over here, I think, right? I think. Jump onto that? Jeez, this is precarious. My goodness. Well, this is fine.
Once you reach the top of the lit up crane,
Huh.
you should be high enough to make the jump.
Okay.
Should?
It'll be
Should.
fine, don't worry.
Oh, so we gotta get to the top of that crane? Hmm. I mean, 3 certainly wasn't that great, but it's probably the one you had the most fun with. The one I had the most fun with was 4. Is the case. Like, I actually quite like at least most of AC3. There are parts of it that I definitely don't like. But for the most part, I generally like the game. Look at all these A's. It's perfect for my stream titles when it's like, ah! It's the crane. You never played for it? You're missing out. Oh, that was a nice close-up, wasn't it? Well, let's see here. What have we here?
Jump when you're ready, but wait for my signal to open the chute. Timing's really important here. Too soon or too late, and you'll miss the building.
Wait, so I actually have to jump off and use the parachute? Yeah, it's an crane.
Now, open your chute now.
Press any button to open the And Rebecca Crane, did they plan that? Yes, back when they introduced the character in AC2, it was all to lead up to this moment so that you could jump off a crane. It was all to lead up to now. Wow, this gameplay bit sure is difficult. Whoa. Nobody's gonna notice the falling blue chute wherever it went.
That wasn't so bad.
So, you must be Desmond. Not exactly what I expected, but I guess your kind doesn't have many options these days.
Who are you?
Ask your father. Now give me that.
I don't think so.
Look, I'm not supposed to kill you, but the boss man didn't say anything about fucking you up. So you've got to the counter. Oh!
So who the hell is Daniel Cross?
Believe it or not, he used to be an assassin. The assassin, the way I've heard it told, but it turned out he was a sleeper agent for Abstergo, programmed to infiltrate and destroy the organization.
How did he know you were there? We could be compromised.
They must have caught me snooping inside their network and sent Cross to see what we were after. If they were aware of our current location, we'd know. Though, I will say this. It doesn't bode very well for future expeditions.
I've set up some cameras topside. If anyone shows up, we'll see it.
I'd suggest you go see about finding a socket for that power source. Or we can return to Connor if you prefer. All the artifacts in the world won't mean a thing without the key.
I guess we'll go find a place for the power source. Wait, where do I even look for that though? Like, where do I go? Like, there was this area over here. But where can I actually put in a power source? Right here? Is this it? Would you like some power? No? Guess not. Guess not in that case. Where do I put in the power source? This place is a mess, and the fact that I don't have a map really doesn't help matters a whole lot. It's like, try to find a place for the power source. Great. I'll just run around like a freaking lost child at Disneyland until I find the thing for it. The heck? I mean, oh, is this it? Oh, you are spooky, aren't you? Aren't you spooky? Oh, bye.
Wonder what's inside.
Only one way to find out.
So that's where the next power source will go in that case, and I assume there's some more like lower backstory back there. But if we're gonna go there to put in another power source thing in the future anyway, then we can just do that whenever that happens. I suppose that's what we can do. Who wants to have a chat? You want to chat?
I know everyone thinks I'm being silly.
You're
but
being
I
silly.
can't shake the feeling we're being watched.
We are being watched. By Juno. Or some version of her.
Do you think it's a recording? Or is she a ghost?
Spooky.
Or something else? Is she talking to us the way Minerva talked to Ezio?
No clue.
Ezio saw some funky
Who
things.
knows what else they were working on down here? There's still so many rooms we don't have access to.
I'm not even touching anything, it's just
She's,
automatically
like,
moving.
literally down here, waiting somewhere, still alive.
Still alive? That's mental.
Ch-
That means she'd be at least 75, 80,000 years old?
Why does it say Desmond speaking? That's Sean.
Not that powerful.
They came down here looking for a way to survive. Maybe they found one.
Yeah, so whenever you play as Connor, or Ratana Takon, if depending on like which version of his name you want to use, you have like the whole HUD, like the map and the health bar and all that. But Desmond has like no HUD at all, it's just a screen. Like he technically has health, you just don't see it.
Was it weird seeing Cross?
What do you mean?
It's different for you. You don't know about what happened, I guess. For a long time, he was important to us. He was a different person.
Sean said he was a sleeper agent. Like Lucy.
It was different. She made a choice, but Cross, if you read the files, Abstergo
What files?
just... They did terrible things to him.
Rebecca?
You're lucky. We all are. We have people who care about us, who look out for us. He was all alone, and the people he thought he could trust...
Why is this glowy as if I can interact?
Did you know him?
No, but I knew Hannah.
Who's that?
She tried to help him. She trusted him. But there was a
This
raid
one isn't
about
glowy.
a year ago. She stayed behind so the others could escape. Tried to reason with him to see if she could fix things.
Well, what happened?
What do you think happened? He killed her. That's what he does. That's all he knows how to do. Sometimes...
Well, and
things
get
like
smacked
that
by a
leave
freaking
us
cube at
trapped.
gunpoint.
Rebecca.
Well, I mean, why is this glowy as if I can interact with it? Because I can't. Received messages. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is all the freaking emails. Why are there so many? What the heck? Do I want to read them? Do I want to read these things? It's a whole lot. So from Crane, I had a bit of downtime while you were gone, so I figured I'd do what I could to upgrade the operating system. It's actually been ready for a little while now, but with the Animus and safe mode, wasn't ready to try an installation. Things I did, actually it should be weeks since I had a few other people in the other cells chip in. Modifications to the targeting system. You should be able to move in and out of combat more easily. Yeah, that. Oh, so this is just talking about like gameplay changes from the Ezio games. Free running improvements, you're less likely to jump at the wrong time, / in the wrong direction, since that was a complaint of the Ezio games. But it still feels like I'm jumping in the wrong directions at the the wrong time just as much, if not more, honestly. Only one input for interacting with the world, no more choosing between parts of your ancestor's body. In previous games, you had the separate buttons for arms and legs, essentially. You can assassinate while moving now. Definitely try it out ASAP. You can pick up weapons on the go as well. Yeah, we've been doing that. Implemented a weather system. Rain, snow, wind. It's all there. Implemented a weather system in the Animus? Isn't it supposed to realistically depict what happened to these ancestors in the past? Animals, enough said. Faster fast travel. Just open your map so you can instantly travel to any unlocked fast travel station, which is much better than the Ezio games, where you had to actually go to a fast travel station just so you could travel to another one, and it was like terrible. Revamped the map. It now provides lots of additional information, and you've got more control over what it shows. Tons of other stuff, but your daddy yelling at me to get back to work, so I better wrap this up and hit you up on the other side as we come across new features. Okay, Sean Hastings. First of all, welcome back. Good to see you fully recovered. Can't imagine what it was like for you trapped in there during all of Assassin's Creed Revelations. If you ever want to chat about it, you just let me know. Anyway, you'll find the database essentially unchanged apart from a few cosmetic upgrades. As before, you'll receive a notification when I've added a new entry. I'll also let you know if any of the entries are updated, as is often the case when dealing with these dang it! Whatever. Ancestors. William Miles. No, it's easy to get distracted while inside the Animus. I hope everyone can stay focused here. We need to find that key as soon as possible. Also, do not go exploring the temple without first clearing it with me. And carry your headsets with you at all times. Can't afford to lose anyone because curiosity got the better of them. We're short-handed as is. I've literally never seen these emails before. I can't words today. I got a visitor down here. It's Juno. She's been appearing every now and then. Sort of flits through air. Reminds us to guard you well, find the key, blah blah, and then poof, disappears. First we thought it was just another holographic recording, but then your father called her some rather choice words, and she glared at him. Honest. Swiveled those eyes in his direction and frowned. Creeped me out. I don't know if she's reaching out to us from the past, if some part of her is actually still conscious, or if maybe she's inside the apple, like some evil genie. Whatever it is, it gives me the creeps. And on that note, happy Halloween! Oh, October 31st, 2012. Since 2012 was when this game came out. Hatham's Amulet. Though I suppose Hatham's Amulet is technically a piece of Eden, it's not particularly exciting. It functions as a key, and well, that's about it. I know, we're all used to these things being incredibly powerful and thus rather dangerous, but this one is neither. Is it weird I'm disappointed? That said, it's critical to our mission, so I suppose that counts for something. Bunch of frowny faces. Good lord, Rebecca, with all the fixes and updates and improvements you supposedly put into this recent software revision, one would think you would have had the decency to include a British-English dictionary in the spell checker. Some of us prefer to use proper language when corresponding. The database keeps trying to replace the letter S with Z in certain words, and it's declared war on the letter U as well. Realize becomes realize, and color becomes color. Wrong, wrong, wrong. It's literally just like freaking American and Canadian versions. The apple of glitchiness, it was a thing. Indeed, we have one here in the temple. That it was Ezio's apple of Eden, actually, that we currently have with the modern day party members, because they got it at the end of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and used it to enter this temple in the first place. It's all rather ethnocentric, if you ask me. Also quite against the principles of the Assassin Brotherhood, last I checked. And here I thought we were meant to all be an inclusive bunch. I think we've seen 3 apples of Eden in this series so far. Like, we had... There was the thing that Connor had in his village an apple of Eden? It was like a weird lesser apple of Eden thing. It was something. But Ezio had an apple of Eden, which we also have currently in this temple. And Altair had an apple of Eden that's sealed under Masyaf that Ezio was like, no, I'm not going to take that. I've seen enough for one life. Email flick, just a quick heads up, replying to email chains will no longer return multiple instances of the word. Wait. What? What? Focus, please. So far, so good. Hey there, Desmond. As you'll see from the date of this email, you've been in the Animus for a few days now. But don't worry, I've been staying on top of your vitals, not even a blip. So it looks like extending the sessions won't be a problem. Whatever happened between you and 16 seems to have increased your tolerance. And Subject 16 at the end of AC Revelations also gave Desmond, like, all of his memories and such. The Animus keeps you in a resting state, which takes care of fatigue, and your memories are vivid enough that we're actually seeing micro-movement in your muscles, which means no I don't know what that word is. Issues either. Still, we're bringing you out for breaks just to stay on the safe side. John is really getting on my nerves. You'd think with everything that's going on, the guy would stop being such a douche. Maybe he thinks it's funny. Or maybe it's part of his snarky British charm. Or maybe it's how he deals with the stress. Whatever it is, it's getting old real fast. We've got enough to worry about you know, the end of the world and everything, you think he'd show a little restraint or maturity or something. Sorry, not like you need to hear me venting. You've got enough on your plate. Please don't say anything to him, though. Why do we get emails like this? In case you haven't noticed, we're knee-deep in this shit here. I understand this might not be your idea of a good time. It isn't anyone's idea of a good time. Picking fights isn't going to get our work finished any faster. So I suggest you stick to the mission. The sooner we're through the door, the sooner we can get back to our lives, or in your case, the lack of one. Ouch! My oh my. William's not the diplomatic man, I'll give you that. Or the most diplomatic man, I'll give you that. But he cares about you very much. When you were under, during that whole bit with 16, he never left your side. Even slept in the same room when we put down for the night. Anyway, don't mean to be a busybody. Just didn't want you to stay sore with him. Not too sore, anyway. Man means well, even if he's got an odd way of showing it. New database entries. Just a quick heads up that I pushed in a batch of entries focused on the... I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I'm going to butcher it. In order to ensure accuracy, I actually turned to a friend on the outside. Don't worry, he thinks it's for a presentation, so we're in no danger of being discovered. You'll find a new section under the database, yada yada, whatever. Connor's piece of Eden. Interesting. The sphere used by Connor during his spirit journey is clearly first civilization in origin. It appears to function as some sort of temporal calculator. It's essentially a crystal ball, but one that actually works. This can't be coincidental, which begs the question, are there others out there? So it's not an apple of Eden, it's like a weird crystal ball thing. What the heck is this? Hello. Hello! That's a whole lot of... I wonder what that translates to if you put it through a binary to character converter. It works, I should hardly be surprised. Electrical impulses move from one pathway to another. You call on them. Networks are our word for them was more akin to road. It is yet difficult to project a thought from one medium to another, and yet it works, it works, it works. What the heck is that? Also, I am going to find a binary converter on my phone, like, right now, because I'm curious. Binary converter. If I had an ASCII table in front of me and, like, a notepad, I could figure it out myself, but it's easy to just use a binary converter. Let's see here. Guess Desmond's email was the box of random emails during he was stuck in the assassin simulator during all of the last game. Alright, let's see here. So 01 00 101 00101. Oh crap, I'm getting lost. 010101. Oh crap. Dang it. It's really hard to type on my phone screen. It put in the wrong numbers. Now I gotta start from the beginning. 01 001. That's a 2. 1 01 00 1 01 01 01 01 00 111 001 00 1111. What is that? Did I put in a 2 at the end? Dang it, and I can't move my cursor over because it's a freaking phone screen. Oh, maybe that is... Can I convert that? It's... Hold on. No, I don't need to convert it into decimal. I want to see what characters it spells out. Reminding you of the Orem from Kid Icarus? I haven't played that game in so long, but I love Kid Icarus Uprising so much, and I want to play that on stream one day. No, I don't need binary into decimal converter. Binary to text. Like, it's probably only a few... Like, looking at how long that string is, it's probably only a couple characters. Binary to text converter. So, let's see here. So, 01. Hey, it's me commented. I see you scrolling through the comments. Let's be friends. Wow, that's a YouTube bot comment that I haven't seen before. I've seen the variety a whole lot before, but that specific one I haven't seen before. Alright, so... 01 01 01 01 00 111 0010 0 1111. Does it... Oh, dang it, I put a 2 in. 1 There we go, jeez. Text output 0? What do you mean? Does it not mean anything? Like, if I... If I had an ASCII table in front of me and like a notepad to write on, I could always try converting it myself, but I don't really want to. Whatever. Hatham's blades. But doing some digging on Hatham's blade. Still not 100% sure where they came from. My initial instinct was he started out as an assassin. I believe his father was one, in fact. Yeah, he was. But it appears he was a Templar from pretty early on. Maybe he took them from someone. It's happened before. And they're quite handy. I'm surprised more Templars haven't put them to use. Pretty easy to build a pair if you know what you're doing. I found a way to better control the impulses to formulate a thought and transmit it. To add a sense of structure, a sense of order. You fear order, your kind. The gentle hand tends the flock. It is a kindness, not a cruelty. I wonder if you will ever understand. Your enemies do in their own way, but they share your base heritage. Their concept is flawed. They are not worthy. You have all proved unworthy of our gifts. Is this freaking... This is called improvements, this email? Are these messages from the first civilization, dudes? Looks like Juno's really taking a shine to you. Suggest you don't engage her. This isn't the time to go down that rabbit hole. It's sure to prove a badger's den. Besides, this whole experience is, actually. Kid Icarus Uprising has denied its need of a fourth wall and does not care for referencing other games and Nintendo universes. Kid Icarus Uprising is such a good game. Like, I think it'd be so cool if a Kid Icarus game came onto the Switch, honestly. I really want that. That final door, salvation, was it? But for us, who knows? Here we sit working towards something we know next to nothing about, but it's our only chance. So there's that, I suppose. Ford, leave him alone. Somebody doesn't like me. And, oh. So it looks like Sean got a message from that weird set of binary numbers as well. Subject, leave him alone. You should not meddle in affairs that do not concern you. Is it because Sean was talking about Juno here? Like, after, so are these messages from Juno? And then Sean's like, wow, Juno's really taking a shine to you. And then Juno's like, you should not meddle in affairs that do not concern you. All these Juno visits and emails too, apparently. I was right, so apparently that is what it is. Have got me thinking. What happened to Tinia and Minerva? Who's Tinia? They're the ones who invited us to this little apocalypse party. And they've now gone and buggered off. A little inconvenient, not to mention rude. Try to poke around later and see if there's not some sign of what happened to them. So Minerva was the one that we talked to at the end of Assassin's Creed 2. Jupiter was the one that we talked to at the end of Assassin's Creed Revelations. I don't know who the heck Tinia is. Is that a typo or something? Mission replay. Oh, so you can replay any of the modern day missions if you want. Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
I just want to be alone right now.
Oh, fine. Fine, have it your way, I guess.
Son, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have lashed out like that.
That's a quote from that game? I don't remember that one. I haven't played in so long.
Never mind that we live rather extraordinary lives.
Yeah, I kinda liked my ordinary one.
You can't escape who you are, Desmond.
So I've noticed.
Look, it's silly for us to go back and forth like this. I admit, I did a shitty job raising you. I apologize, I'm sorry. But it's important you understand it didn't come from a bad place. You're my son. I love you. I guess I was so busy trying to make sure nothing bad happened, I didn't consider the consequences. Truce.
I can't believe it's taken me so long to ask, but how's Mom? She's not...
No. Your mother is fine. We decided it was safer if we split up for this job.
Always assuming the worst.
For good reason.
Can I at least say hi to her?
I'm sorry, it's too risky. Maybe when we're done.
Right. When we're done.
There's just a long period of silence at the end of that interaction.
Have we ever tried to make peace with the Templars?
Throughout our history, there have been moments. Several, in fact. But it's impossible. There are existential differences, insurmountable. If there were to be unity, it wouldn't be a truce so much as a submission.
But knowing what's about to happen, wouldn't it make sense to try and talk to Vidic? Come to an arrangement, even if it's only temporary?
We'd all be so busy watching our backs, nothing would get accomplished. Imagine that. We're more productive at war.
Well, have we ever tried sending in someone? Doing to them what they did to us with Lucy? Or Cross?
We have, and it's never worked. We've sent people who were either too weak and found themselves turned, or too strong and were unable to carry out the charade.
I just feel like we all want the same thing.
We use the same words, but that's all they are, words. In the end, it all comes down to freedom. We seek it, they detest it. And so there's never an end to the fight. Not until one side is completely gone.
Is that even possible?
Probably not. Our two groups have existed in one form or another since, well, since forever. But things can be better than they are. And that's something.
Did you look for me, Dad? When I was gone?
Every day.
Come on.
I mean it. Every night I'd look, searching for your name or variations of it, hoping you'd slip up. Abstergo only found you first because they had better access. A few more days and it would have been me.
Well, I'm here now.
And I'm glad.
Do you think Lucy regretted what she was doing?
I used to think I knew her well, but clearly that wasn't the case. So I really can't give you an honest answer.
She seemed so sincere, though. Like she really wanted to make a difference.
Yes, well, when I first met him, I thought the same thing about Cross.
It just keeps happening over and over again.
What does?
Everything.
Don't get weird on me, Desmond.
Don't get weird on me.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry.
All right, then. You should think about getting back in the Animus. We've got to find that key. We should probably get back to Connor.
Yeah, whatever. I want to see what Sean has to say. I want to see when we can talk to him and get the quotes from him that we had to answer for our freaking final in my use of history in video games class as one of our prompts.
Ah, Desmond, there you are.
Guess not yet.
Can I ask a favor?
Maybe next time.
Maybe.
When this is all over, I'd like to try turning the dial back on the Animus. Like, all the way back. To the time of the first civilization.
You think it would work?
There was no real loss of fidelity when you visited Altair. Then again, that was about 1,000 years ago, and I'm looking at going back at least 70,000 more.
Sure, I'd be up for it. It'd be interesting to see what things were like back then.
Excellent. I think it would prove most enlightening. So this is how it started.
What are you up to?
Just brushing up on my American history.
What the
Well,
heck
say
are your
history.
eyes?
They certainly teach you strange things in the States.
Like what?
Well, for all the talk of this being a revolutionary war, it was a civil one. Well, not that kind of civil. I mean, there was no America versus Britain. It was Brit on Brit action. And you can clearly see how the whole thing got started. One war gave birth to the other.
You mean the 7 Years' War?
Exactly. Seems the Crown overspent in its attempt to keep the French out. Wound up with a great deal of debt. Believing that the colonists should help to shoulder the burden, new taxes were created.
This lighting is
A
not very
reasonable
good.
request, even if Parliament was rather, well, undiplomatic about it.
Well, it's not really fair to tax people for a war they didn't want any part of.
What? Didn't want any part of? Did you not notice George Washington with Edward Braddock? He was right there in the middle of it. So here you have the Crown spending who knows how much money to secure a place for the colonists to thrive, and then, when they ask for a little bit of help... Right, look, think of it this way. King George and the colonists, they all go out to dinner, right? And when the bill comes, George asks for them to kick in and pay their share. Fair enough. But keep in mind, he's been taking them out to dinner, gratis, for decades now. But the colonists, oh no, they insist they only had a glass of water and a side salad. Never mind the table's full of half-eaten food and empty bottles of wine. Now, when the king points this out, what do the colonists do? Oh, they flip the table over and they storm out the restaurant. Probably intending to turn later and burn it down.
You left out the part where the king pointed a gun at the colonists and asked them to cover dinner for everyone in the restaurant.
Right, yeah, interesting take. If he pulled out a gun, and I'm not sure he did, it would only have been after the 100th failed attempt at getting them to pay their fair share.
But how do you define someone's fair share?
Oh, well, with a war, apparently.
That was a really interesting take.
I wonder how many other places like this exist.
dozens of them, all over the world.
And somehow no one's ever found one before us.
I don't think that's true.
Oh?
When I was at Abstergo, Vidic talked about silencing discoveries made by non-Templars. And I'm sure Abstergo has dug up plenty.
The things they must know.
Regretting throwing in with us?
No. Just looking forward to when we can finally trounce those bastards so I can dive into their archives. Oh, I think I found a lead on another power source. Later, Desmond. I'm in the middle of something very important right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rules. Follow that as a rule.
Alright, so I guess we've done all the interactions we can right now. So maybe next time we're out with Animus, we can get the interaction with Sean where he talks about a thing where we used it as the prompt in my use of history in video games class final, where we had to answer 2 out of 4 questions. One of them was, respond to this prompt from AC3. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? What are some things you notice about it? And it's like a line of dialogue between Desmond and Sean. So I guess we don't get to see that one yet. But later.
Good luck, Desmond.